The majority of Sunbelt women's soccer play wraps up this weekend before the championship begins on November 1st. A current look at the standings has Texas State in sole possession of first place, sitting at 7-1 in conference play and on a 6-game win streak. Preseason favorite South Alabama is not far behind with a 6-1 Sunbelt record. The 2017 Sunbelt Women's Soccer Championship will be held November 1st through the 5th in Foley, Alabama. Shifting to the other Sunbelt football, let's take a look into this weekend's games. Kicking things off for us, the Idaho Vandals travel to Columbia to take on the Mizzou Tigers. The Vandals have fallen just short in their past 2 games, but head coach Paul Petrino is still very confident in his team's potential.
To be up on App 20-0 showed that we had we've improved, and we've improved greatly. But to not hold the lead, not win it at the end, shows that we still have to improve more. So I think as coaches, we got to go out there with great enthusiasm and fire every day this week. The leaders have to do it, and then everyone else needs to follow that. And we just need to continue to keep fighting and keep improving so we can go out there and play with everything we got and play really well this weekend and try to find a way to win it, and then also improve for the rest of the season for all the rest of our Sunbelt games.
The Vandals and Tigers kick off at 11 a.m. Central on the SEC Network. Next up on the Sunbelt slate, Georgia State hosts Troy. The Trojans will look to bounce back after losing to rival South Alabama at home, while the Panthers look to become 3-0 in Sunbelt play.
They started off with 2 losses, and they've rebounded with 3 quality road wins. I know that his team will be excited about going back home and playing for the first time since opening weekend. I think they're probably playing with as much confidence as anybody in our league, winning 3 road games in a row. I think they're tied for first in our conference right now. They've got our full attention.
At 2:30 Central, Georgia Southern takes on UMass, and Coastal Carolina visits Appalachian State. The Chanticleers are still searching for their first Sunbelt win, while the Mountaineers will hope to maintain a perfect Sunbelt record and the top spot in league standings.
We obviously know the challenge that we're playing. App's the the class of the league. Arkansas State and them have obviously shared titles, and App's a really good football team. It's a great environment to play in. Going up there, they've obviously got a wonderful tradition from FCS to national championships and now into FBS. They started when they started their FBS. They started 1-5, and since that time, since starting 1-5, I believe they're 27-2 over the last 3 or 4 years. So, we strive to obviously make the jump the way they have, and I think our program's heading that direction. We're looking forward to going up there and competing against the best this league has, and feel like we have an opportunity to go up there and come out with a victory if we'll do some things that we're capable of.
Coastal Carolina, offensively, I think what they do, their scheme is really hard to defend. I think that's one of the pressing things for us this week. They do a great job in the running game, and then just when you come up for a run, next thing you know, they're over the top with a pass. So we got to do a great job of being in our gaps, sound gap integrity. Then our guys got to run to the football, and then we got to stay on top in the back end with the secondary. So that's a very challenging. And I think defensively, they bring pressure. They're playing a lot of man. They make you make plays. We're going to have to do a great job up front of our offensive line to handle that pressure in order to get some positive plays.
To close us out on Saturday, ULM will be in Mobile to face South Alabama. The Warhawks are 3-3 overall and 3-1 in conference play, and enter into Mobile well aware that you have to come prepared to play the Jaguars, who took down Troy last week.
We're excited to go down there and play South Alabama. It's a football team that I think is really talented. I love their team speed. When you look at both sides of the ball and then their special teams, this is a football team that can run. The game that's really impressive to me, which I think showed their team speed and what they could do, was against Troy. Which I thought they dominated the game. What was very, very impressive to me is that they could match Troy's guys, and I know Troy's got really good football players, and they could match them. They played them one-on-one, got guys in the box, and got after them.
ULM and South Alabama kick off at 4 Central. I hope everyone has a great weekend.